Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my empties for all my candles and pretty much all my wax and candles for the month of September 2020. So again, I'll apologize, the air conditioning is on. It may go on and off during this time because it's actually kind of warm here and very, very humid in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and I'm filming on September 30th. So with that said, let's just get cracking onto my empties. Now, we'll go through the candles that I went through in the month of September. This is Sephora's Pop Fizz scented candle. Sephora had brought out their own candles. I saw it pop on their website, I want to say midsummer. So I purchased this one. They only had a couple different versions. There was like a lavender one, like a calming one, and so on. But this is the one that intrigued me because it was summertime and I wanted some fizzy pop. So this was, or is, described as sparkling, sweet, invigorating. Pop Fizz is a bright blend of blood orange, red currant, and creamy sandalwood that will leave your delicious zest in your space. This is expensive. I'm going to tell you right now, in my opinion, this is not worth the money. I didn't get a very good throw. Opening it from this box again for the first time now for a couple weeks, I definitely get the blood orange, definitely. But as it's burning, I got nothing. Although the candle itself burnt perfectly well, very, very nice ambiance and things like that. And there's almost zero sooting. Just see tiny little bits in there. It did performance-wise, in that sense, it did well. But when it came to throw, I will not recommend Sephora brand candles. They are very expensive, even when they do maybe have a sale eventually, which should be coming up in, I want to say November. They normally do a sale like the 20, well, for me, I'm a Rouge, so I get 20% off, but I will not be purchasing any of those. But a brand from Canada, which ships internationally, please check them out. They are from Quebec. I am pleasantly surprised by the brand called Nanoar. This is in the scent Quintessence, and Quintessence is described as jasmine, rose, lily, violet, and grapefruit. And you guys, I've said this before, first of all, it's a handsome jar. Very, very minimalist. It has their little symbol on the front, just like it does here on the box. It's beautiful. I actually do get ambiance from this. At first when I purchased it, I'm like, oh no, it's black wax. I'm probably not going to see it. There is a beautiful glow to this. Surprising, but it's actually quite nice. This is a great candle. I have another one that I'm saving towards the end of fall because it got a little bit more spices in it. This particular Quintessence scent is Drakkar Noir men's fragrance, 100%. I would definitely repurchase from this company again. I think I'm good for this scent here, although I might pick it up down the road. But if I were to purchase again, I want to try some other scents as well. This is very, very good. I highly recommend, and this actually got stronger as it burned, so it got better and better. So that's very rare for me to say, pretty much. So, all right, so let's go on to some Walmart wax, some clams. Oops. I completed the Better Homes and Gardens White Tahitian Woods, like this one. I have a smaller clamshell of this left. I'm probably going to hold on until next summer. It's beautiful. Really enjoyed it. Definitely get like sandalwood, coconut, magnolia flower. It's beautiful. 100% would repurchase. And I still have, like I said, I have a clam that I can use for next summer. I'm just destroying things over here. All right, Better Homes and Gardens Pink Sugar Berry. This is a repurchase. You guys have seen this time and time again. Very hard to find. It is only found, Better Homes and Gardens in general is only in the US. We can't get it here in Canada. So my friends are amazing in the States, and they send me a lot of the things that they know that I love that I can't get. This is beautiful. It's just a very girly scent. I don't think there's much pink sugar. It's mostly raspberry and just like sugar, exactly how the picture looks, a sugared raspberry. It's beautiful, and of course, as I've already mentioned, I would definitely repurchase if I could, and it has been a repurchase. Then we have another beloved scent that I love, obviously. This is Sugared Lavender Twist, also from Better Homes and Gardens from Walmart. This is Aqualina's Pink Sugar in wax form. This is beautiful. It's funny because like you wouldn't think lavender, but it is. it's just a perfect balance of really sweet, girly, relaxing scent. So yeah, no, it's really, really good, you guys. I have hauled this a few times. Friends have sent it to me. But at the same time too, I would highly recommend that to anyone who loves a little sweet fragrance. Not ooey gooey, but just nice, pretty sweet scent. Then we have Better Homes and Gardens Island Coconut Creamsicle. This was disappointing. Love the photograph. I'm going to bring it right in. Love the photograph. Actually, I really think that Better Homes and Gardens really did step it up with their photos, and I guess in a sense so did Sensationals. But unfortunately, I didn't like this one. I liked it on cold, but it was just kind of a soapy scent to me when I melted it. It was like a coconut soap. I don't know if that's that probably doesn't make sense, but that's what I got. So I wouldn't repurchase this, and I can't remember if I might have one more. I'm going to be doing my collection, my wax collection video fairly shortly here, so I'll find out. But I wouldn't repurchase this again if I were to go into a store and see this again. But obviously I'll melt it if I have it in my stash. So there's that. And the last one from Better Homes and Gardens is a repurchase. This is also the second clam of it that I've gone through. Over the Rainbow. This is beautiful. Just a really good fruity scent. I really enjoy this. This is just a bunch of berries. It's nice and bright. Very much as bright as that rainbow is. It's just a whole pile of berries all mixed into one. And it's really, really lovely and very seasonally appropriate for summer. But of course, melt whatever you want, whenever you want. So there's that. Let's go on to Sensationals. Only had a couple of Sensationals I went through. Kiwi Melon Pops. This was really powerful. It packed a punch. There you go. Anyway, this was really good. I don't know if I would repurchase it. I love kiwis. I love melons. I love anything like that. But it was really, really strong. Like really strong. Yeah, even in this, it's like definitely the melon kicks the kiwi's butt in the sense. And I love melon and all of that. I love it all. But this is really, really strong. So if I were to get this again, I might make it into a creamsicle pop by putting out like some vanilla in it, that kind of thing. But if you love melon, especially melon, kiwi, you don't get as much of a scent. But if you love melon, this was definitely up your alley for sure. And then we have A Beach Please, Sunsets and Luau's from Sensationals. This was lovely. I love the picture. It's not as strong as I wanted it to be, but it's very as a female evening fragrance scent. And how I would describe that would just be it's a warm fragrance with like your traditional magnolia flower, plumeria or magnolia, that type of scent, with a little bit of hint of some coconut like sunscreen and then salt water. So it's very similar to the picture. I like it. Would I repurchase it again? Oh no. I don't know. I don't think I would, but whatevs. We'll see down the road. Then we have a Scentsy in Apple Cherry Strudel, which my friend Ramona from Ramona Talk here on YouTube, she sent me this, and I liked it on cold, but I was a bit worried, and my fears came out that the cinnamon I smelled on cold with this would come out in full force, and it did. So it wasn't my favorite scent. I'm very thankful for Ramona for sending this to me. It wasn't my favorite scent. I wished more of the apple and the cherry would have come out. It's strudel. I didn't get the pastry of a strudel at all. I just got more of the spices of the cinnamon. It was just over that borderline of cinnamon that I just can't do. So there was that. But thank you, Ramona. She knows she's cool with like that. I can say that stuff. Okay. The next four are from A Random Act of Kindness from Ava, and I posted that on my Instagram. I am very thankful very much for everything that she has sent. So let's just do these ones here. These are all from the Bathing Garden. This is Victorian Carousel, and it is described as raspberry velvet cake and top layer blackberry candy. This was really lovely. I really liked it. You guys know how much I love blackberry anything. Oh yeah, it's delicious. It reminds me of a lollipop, to be honest with you, that I had growing up. It's very, very good, very, very strong. So there is that. There we go. Calypso, which is one of the Bathing Gardens, one of their top sellers in their summer, like their summer lineup. This one's I'll read it out to you. Actually, she's so awesome. She's got all the scent note descriptions. Sea salt, vetiver, driftwood, jasmine, and coconut. I love her little note there. I can't stop smelling the scent. Very fresh. It is really fresh. Now, I'll tell you, I have a thing about vetiver. I like this one. It was very good for the bathroom, but that's because I wasn't going to the bathroom. Like, I wasn't in there. I wasn't hanging out in there, that kind of thing. Vetiver, even in fragrance, in like perfume, I have a hard time. That's why I don't know if I want to get Labelle from Jean Paul Gaultier, because the three notes that I love, 2 out of 3 of the notes, but one of them is vetiver, the other is vanilla, and the other is pear. Love those other 2. But vetiver, if it comes out like on top, I'm not a fan. And this is quite vetiver strong. But it was nice, but it's very, very strong. I actually only put 1 little cube in the warmers in the bathrooms at a time. Strawberry Nonsense, right here. This one's also very lovely. Oh gosh, it's so good. So this is described as creamy zucchini bread blended with strawberry jam and sun-ripened strawberries. Fantastic. There is a bit of a spice. The spice does come out when you're melting this, but it's not an overpowering cinnamon, as mentioned earlier with that Scentsy one. This is beautiful. It does kind of remind me a little bit of zucchini jam from Mandala Melts. A lot of vendors do that kind of thing. So I think this would be her version of zucchini jam. So there we go. Evernight, which is described as lavender and lilac, are highlighted with a touch of eucalyptus and blended with soft woods, white musk, and sugary vanillas. So of course, I melted this one in the bedroom. It's really good. It's really, really nice. It's more of an herbal lavender versus sweet, but this was very, very lovely and perfect for a bedroom. So that's where I melted those. And here we go. We've got some bagged items here that we're going to talk about. I've raved about this for years. There was a time in the wax world that this was like probably the #1 scent everybody wanted. And I will say this is just from me. Zape was the first one I knew about who made Lavender Soda. And from that, many other vendors that particular year, I want to say 2017, vendors went crazy because, of course, it was popular. And there's a good reason. I really enjoy this. Is probably one of my favorite scents from Zape. Now, this is old. This was a loaf. She hasn't done loaves in a very long time. I chopped it up, melted it through most of August and all of September. It's melting right now. I'm melting the absolute last pieces of this. Love it. I'm not even sick of it at all. It's lavender and fizzy citrus soda. So it's like to me like a 7-Up with lavender in it. It's beautiful. It's zesty. It's relaxing. It's uplifting. It can be a definite mood lifter for people, especially if you're watching this video or you watch any of my fragrance videos. Fragrances probably do something for you. They uplift your mood. They make you feel cozy, that kind of thing. This one was definitely a mood lifter. I think the fizzy note, probably the citrus soda, probably helps that. This is by far my favorite scent from Zape, and I will definitely purchase from her again. And that will definitely, I think she might only make that more in the summer months, but I would definitely purchase that again. So we got a couple different things coming up from Rose Girls. This is light as a feather, stiff as a board. This is one of her top relaxing scents, like bedroom type scents or scents that people would put on in their homes in the evening. Don't have the like description, don't have the notes, but there is a bit of lavender, but it's not an herbal lavender. It's more of a sweet lavender with some sandalwood. Like just a really soothing, relaxing, nothing is going to punch you in the face. It's just a beautiful melt. There's a reason why light as a feather, stiff as a board is one of her favorite one of her top sellers in her store and online. So that has been repurchased. I will absolutely repurchase that again. This one was part of her pre-order from last year in 2019 for her Halloween collection. This is ooey gooey pears. It's like a cool Halloween shape. This was a bat, I believe. It was huge, and I made the mistake of only splitting it in half, because I probably could have split the half and half, i.e. I could have melted a quarter at a time rather than a half, because this sucker was potent. Now, ooey gooey. So think about if it were a caramel apple, but take the apple out and put a pear in it. It's a caramel pear. It was beautiful. The ooey gooey was borderline a little too sweet for me. Like, this thing had lasting power and it lingered, because as I mentioned in my last video when I showed you guys what I melted the last half of September, I mentioned how I turned the melters off, and one day I was working all day, so I didn't melt at all. The melters are off for like over 24 hours. I came home, came back in the condo, and went, holy cow, I can still smell this. So even, I'm gonna say the longevity of this one is very good, and I should have realized I didn't need to just split this in half. I could have done like a quarter. So definitely very good. If you like pear and you like super sweet, that's for you. Then we have Rainbow Melts caramel coffee zucchini bread. This is the buttery caramel and sweet coffee and zucchini bread. This is lovely. I love most all of Rainbow Melts coffee, and this was from her sampler. There are obviously certain things in coffee that I'm not a big fan, or if coffee isn't the note that I get the most. Like, if I were to, like, I definitely love the coffee blends where I get coffee first and then all these other notes behind. And this was lovely. Every time that she does, I'll say this, Zape did a sampler, a coffee sampler as well. I bought two. I bought two of her sampler for Rainbow Melts. Basically, if there's a sampler and there's coffee, I'm likely going to buy two of them, because there's not a whole lot in many vendors' coffee samplers that I don't like. And I love coffee. If you've been with me for a while, you guys probably know that already. All right, again from Rainbow Melts, this is Kim and Ramona's Excellent Adventure Coffee, Cranberry, and Tres Leches Cake. This was beautiful. Thank you very much again to Crystal. She created a trio of cookies, of wax melts, but shaped in cookies with icing on them. They look gorgeous. To honor, like, I guess, like when I went to Ramona's place in Texas, in April of 2018, we did a couple lives. We talked about different blends, and this is one of the blends that we had talked about. Well, we thought, oh, that would be really good. It is good, and I think, don't quote me on this, and Crystal, if you're watching, I think you might be doing this one again, but it probably won't be until the new year now, because I know you're going to be super busy with all the stuff coming up, pre-orders and customs, but I think she said that she was going to do this again. So she was going to offer the trio pack down the road, so let's keep our fingers crossed. Then from Vintage Chic Scents, I've got Enchanting Prince. This is from Ava. She sent this to me, and this is blueberry lavender smoothie. As I mentioned in my last video there about my empties in September, or the second half of my empties, unfortunately it just didn't have a lot of throw, which I'm not a big blueberry fan. I didn't even get the blueberry. It was not as strong a throw. I quartered up this flour and melted it in the bedroom. So, but last but not least, and certainly not least, this is also from Ava. This is probably my favorite marshmallow scent from any vendor. I really love this marshmallow fluff. It was delicious, delightful. It almost had, not exact, it had like a vanilla lace type ness to it. It's not vanilla lace, which is like a Victoria's Secret scent. It's not that, but it had that really rich, creamy, sophisticated scent of a marshmallow fluff. Not super ooey gooey. Like, it was so good, and I would definitely purchase marshmallow fluff in a larger amount from Destination Wax, and I have Ava to thank for that. So thank you very much, Ava, very much for sending me that. And that is it, you guys. That is those are all the empties that I have for the month of September 2020. All right, you guys, as always, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.